not great, even though he left me undelivered the night of our date. My buddy is single and he is not doing well, but we'll all feel better at the ringing of our church bell. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times, he will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the down bad patrollees. It doesn't have to be a bad day if they turn you down. If you shoot your shot, Father, and we will be so proud. Just no incels, incest, weird shit with your pets, killing spiders, starting fires, sounding 50 at recess. No begging in the chat, no fedora hats, don't let your day walk all over you like you are a doormat. No co-leaders, we are great secret keepers. Father will do his best to stop you from being a people pleaser. Come in and have a good time, call him up and get in line. After Father, we all pine communion bell without the wine. We promise it will be just fine, cause he is the divine. This is your sign to join the Down Bad Hotline. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times, he will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the down bad patrollees. Our Father who art in Chicago, bestie be thy name. It doesn't have to be a bad day, though I am not great, even though he left me undelivered the night of our date. My buddy is single and he is not doing well, but we'll all feel better at the ringing of our church bell. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. How we doing? There should be a Nightbot popping up soon at the Discord. Yes, that is true if you're looking for the Discord. Ooh, damn. It's like PS1 Ape Escape music. Fuck. Hi, Onion. Hi, Orange Juice Good. I'm doing okay. My stomach is... I'm missing a button. My stomach is momentarily an issue. I don't know. It's fucked up. Got us tomorrow, Thursday. We gotta plan a stream for the Patreon, folks. I've been in a daze, dude. I'm Deadly Kitten. Subscribe to Tier 1 for 2 months in a row. I lost my streak, Rip. Can't win them all. Get ready to talk to me, bro. I'm sure you were in there earlier than anyone else. Let's see. Down Bad Patrol. Put that over here. Put that over here. Put that over here. Yeah. Oh, the queue is popping. Alright. Table Salt. 3-month sub. Thank you. Red Sox are overrated. I'm sure they are. This is the first time on your streams I found you on TikTok. Well, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Kiss me, father. No. How does one get in a call? You join the Discord. And then you get into a thing called the queue. And then you get screened. And then you're in the next up. And then you're in the confession booth with me. And we chat it up. So we're going to do that right now. Turn off the music. Space Nub, how we doing?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, can
Yeah,
you hear
I
me
can hear
well?
you really well.
Okay. Hi, how was
Good.
your day?
How's yours?
It was okay. So, there's this guy, and he's just overall very sweet. He's one of my closest friends, and I've developed feelings for him, and I'm a little conflicted because some cons to him are he used to try to get with one of my closest friends, and they have like a small past where like they tried it and it didn't work. So I don't want to I don't really know what to do with that information.
Did you talk to her about it?
Also, big on his job right now. So he's like only focused on getting his money right now. And I understand that, but I could tell that if I asked him out at the moment, I don't know if he'll say yes.
Okay, two things. One, how old? No, three things, I guess. How old are you? Okay,
I'm
I was
18.
gonna say. If you were like 15 and this kid's saying he needs to get money, I'd be like, okay, this kid's a nightmare. But two, have you talked about it with the girl yet? The girl, gal pal?
I have mentioned it to her. I was like, "Oh, I heard that you and so and so like tried it out. How'd it go?" And they're like, "Oh, it was fine. Not really. It didn't really last, but it was fine." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, well, you gotta bring
I
up the
didn't-
fact that you're gonna go for it if you don't want any drama. So there's just
Yeah.
that. Just find out. There's no reason to ask questions if you can get the answers. And then the third thing is, you know, if he's told you he's focusing on getting the money right now and he's 18, he's probably going to want to stay single. So, you know, once again, you communicate and have the conversation with him. But if he said he's getting that bag, he's going to get the bag and not focus on you as much. So you're kind of going into it losing.
Yeah, I just don't know if I should just hold on to those feelings and wait till he's not getting the bag, or if I should just move on.
I mean,
you know?
You're 18, dude. This is when you start swinging at life. You're getting up to the plate. If you're waiting in the dugout because some tool's getting his money. You know? I feel like are you still in high school? Are you that kind of 18? Or are you the other kind of 18?
Oh no, I'm in
Okay,
college
alright.
now.
Don't fucking... Dude. My advice, don't wait up for this asshole. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm calling him an asshole because no real reason. But don't wait up for him. You'll find something good, if not better, than this man.
Okay.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much.
Bless your heart, Space Nub. Love your username.
Bye.
I hate my mom so much, bro. Sorry to hear that, pimp. That came out of nowhere. Benintendi belongs on the Yankees. The fuck are you talking about? Do you think I care about baseball? Because I don't. I just wear the hats. Because it's hard to find hats that aren't sports. And I'm not going to root for a team that's not my hometown. You feel me? Are you and Rayburn actually dating? Why would that be a joke? Well, I don't think a lot of people know that it's her. Maybe I shouldn't even said anything. Who's up? I'll just take onion. There we go. Onion. French onion soup. Yo. Hello.
Yo. Hi.
Hi. What can I do for you, onion?
Do you remember the friend I talked about one time?
A while ago. Is this the one? What?
It's a while ago.
What? It's what?
It's a long time ago.
What was
I
the
talked
story?
about her. She was toxic. And she
Oh,
ditched
right, yeah.
me.
I said you deserve more than that, yeah.
Yeah, well, she's trying to become my friend again, and I don't know what to do.
You're 15, right?
Yeah.
How's she trying to be your friend again?
But she's like talking to me quite a lot, being really nice.
Okay. She apologized at all? Okay,
No.
well, then there you go. It's a narcissistic trait. You've heard me, you watch all the shows, you're always here. You always hear me talk about people who make mistakes with other people and they just assume, well, whatever. I'll just go back into their life, easy peasy. But without fixing anything. She thinks she can just get back in your life by being a nice person, but it's not a matter of how nice she is, it's the risk of getting hurt again. Not good. Bad, big risk, because she's done this to you several times now, right? At least more than once? Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's either got to apologize, try and make it up to you, even a small gesture, but just being nice to you is not enough. Being nice to you is what a friend is, not someone who's crawling back to you.
Well, she apologized, but I'm really sure that it wasn't like she didn't mean it.
Okay, well, there you go. Tell her that, you don't actually have to talk to her, but your own mentality can be that you don't want to get hurt again. And you seem like you're doing fine without her. You don't really need her in your life. The only reason why you let her back into your life is because you wanted to be nice to her. So, just kind of weigh your options. If you don't want to get hurt again, I'd probably stay away. Or at least until she figures it out. Okay? Okay. Bye, Onion. Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
She's part of the Patreon crew. Ignore my Wallace and Gromit wall art. Jesus Christ. I'm not a dork. She's part of the Patreon where we do specialized streams. So come on over there where we do one stream a week where we play video games, usually Among Us because I fucking love that game. And you get extra podcasts and you get personalized advice. All these good things. So hop on over if you're interested in that. Great speaking with you. Back to my nap. I wish I could nap, dude. I feel so terrible today. I felt bad yesterday, too. Fluffy, just because you're in the Patreon, I'm going to pick the kid ahead of you because I don't know who came in first. That's on me. My bad. But Devil? I don't know how to say your name. Heads up, caller audio is a little lagging. Sounds like you're cutting them off while talking. Is that for everybody? Devil? Devil! I love how the Patreon people fucking hype up the Patreon. It's very funny to me. I don't know how to fix that if they're lagging when I talk. Interesting. Devil boy, I'm going to put you back in the next step if you don't get chatty with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're back in there. Fluffy's coming up. Fluffy.
Father? Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. Hi.
Oh, sorry, I was talking with Purple. Okay, first I want to start off saying I do not sound like a muscle man from regular show. I don't
I bet you
sound
can do a
like
really good
him.
impression of him, though. You have the tools to do it.
You know who else is talking with Father Tucker? No, okay. So, I want to clear my name. So on the TikTok made me look really, really bad. So I want to give out some of the lore and what happened afterward because I forgot to catch you up on it. Homework
Yeah, okay,
situation.
so yeah, you slept with a girl because Satan told you to do it, and then the
Yeah.
homeboy was threatening you, and then you had a chance to go for seconds, and you decided to do that too.
Okay, so here's what happened, right? So it wasn't just homeboy; it was homeboy and his homeboys that were threatening to jump me. And you know what? I decided not to go for seconds,
Good for you.
but because I felt pretty bad about it. I was like, yeah, you know what? This probably just isn't a good idea. So here, let me give some actual context so I don't look so bad. I talked it over with her before I wrecked the home, and I was like making sure like, hey, like, is this okay? I'm just gonna dine and dash. Like, I'm letting you know right now, right? She was like, yeah, that's fine. Right. What she didn't tell me is that she already knew that homeboy was cheating, but she didn't want to say anything yet because she wanted to what's it called? To get evidence and prove it. So she had like this long and convoluted plan to prove that he was cheating. Turns out bro was cheating with 3 other women. 3 other women.
Damn.
Right. So the people, the guys that were threatening to jump me ended up jumping him because he cheated with 3 different women. And
Wait. So wait,
you
the
know,
homie that was
like,
gonna jump you jumped another dude?
no, okay, so yeah, but basically the homeboys of the homeboy jumped the
Oh
original
wow, what
homeboy.
a dodged bullet, bro. You kind of got off scot free.
Scott, yeah, well, I did get kind of scot free a bit, right? So I'm not the bad guy here, am
I
I?
mean, you're not a good guy. The world
I mean,
isn't.
yeah, but like you
This is
could
not
call
a
it.
black and white story. You shouldn't have been there in the first place. And the point is, you knew you were doing something bad.
Yeah, but like, Bo's kind of a
Well,
dick.
hey,
Like,
listen,
I'm
I'm
being
just
honest here.
in terms of home wrecking, you're the bad guy. But you know, things aren't. It's like stealing bread to feed your family kind of situation. It's the wrong thing to do for the right reasons. And that
Could you really say it was home wrecking if if the home was already down to its foundation?
yeah, to a degree, my guy. I mean, I'm just my first of all, you didn't fucking know that. Second of all, my point is that you went in there and you thought you were doing something bad. That's why it's a bad thing. Now, it's good that it turned out that way, but if you do it again, odds are that's not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're a bad guy. You just it's like you know, in movies how there's like the good guys and bad guys. You're the
Yeah,
extra
like
standing outside the office building.
yeah. Somebody in chat said I'm the anti-hero.
Bro is the anti-hero. I don't think that even makes. I guess that is anti-hero. Yeah, in this story specifically, yes. So yeah, keep your morals up. I wouldn't let this affect you too badly, but just be smart next time. All right?
Yeah, no, I definitely learned my lesson from this. Would I do it again? Nah, definitely not. It was now looking back on it, it was way too risky. And Father, I do apologize for seeking repentance when I wasn't sorry, but now I am sorry. Now I
Okay.
genuinely do
Well,
feel bad
this
about
is,
it.
Everyone gets one. How about that?
Everyone gets a
That's
one.
funny.
Nah, and by the way, if I don't sound sorry because I'm laughing, I'm
No,
like when I
you-
get nervous.
you're a
And
giggly
I'm kind of
man.
like
Yeah,
happy. I'm
you're
not
always
getting
giggling.
bumped. Yeah, I'm a pretty
Not
giggly
worried about
man.
it.
So,
Bless your heart, son.
thank
Bye-bye.
you, Father. Love you.
He always says I love you. Space Nub with a subscription. Forgot to do this. I too will focus on the bag. Well, how are you gonna focus on the bag when you're giving me money? But thank you. I'm Deadly Kitten gave me 5 subs. That's friggin' fantastic. I didn't mean to burp after you subbed. Sorry, my stomach's all twisted in knots. But if you're gonna give me money, I suggest you subscribe to the Patreon. You get a podcast. You get to hang out with me in a Discord, and we play video games together once a week. And I'll help you out with your relationship advice. Personally, one-on-one. You don't gotta get in front of a million people. I helped I helped someone very recently. It was his Bowie that I needed help. Purple.
What the fuck? Oh, I was talking to Live Laugh
Do you want me to put you
Lasagna.
back in there?
Ah, it's fine. I didn't like them anyway. Anyway, little update. So remember, right? I called in, and then I took your advice to heart. Right? Really life-changing stuff. Might have paraphrased it a bit. You know, not the brightest. Could have forgotten some parts of it. But basically, I went back to her, and you know, in the heat of the moment, totally forgot everything you told me. So I just kind of had to wing it. And then I got on my hands and knees, and I started just begging her, like really. Not like pathetically, but you know, to like forgive me, because I love to be loved. I hate when people hate me, right? So kind of did that whole thing, made it so much worse. But if I really apply myself, I think I can make this work. What do you think?
Purple. What did I told you. You got on your hands and knees.
Okay, so you made it sound a lot worse with your tone of voice.
How is there's no more pathetic positioning than on your hands and knees, dog, historically. There's ancient Egyptians who are carved on their hands and knees, and they're known to be pathetic. Why were you on your hands and knees? In the school?
I just thought...
On the linoleum?
No. I don't know what that is. That's too big of a
It's
word
a
for me.
palmer. It's the shit on the... It's a floor. On the floor?
Oh,
Yes.
like tiles? Oh. Well, yeah.
In front of how many people did you do this purple?
Well, it was like a rough estimate. If I had to like kind of guesstimate like the whole library.
How loudly? I don't know what would be worse if you were yelling for forgiveness or whispering for forgiveness. I don't know what would be worse in the situation, so I don't even really want to know. My guy, you were already kind of hurting in the first place. You're not going to get anything out of this anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. But if I really, my mom said I could be anything if I apply myself. So if I apply myself hard enough, I'm gonna be, I could fix this.
I wish you the best of luck, Purple. Bless your heart.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Wait, can you put me back so I can talk to Live Laugh
You just
Lasagna?
said you hate him. This is your punishment.
Well, no,
Goodbye.
Oh, that's fair.
This has to be a troll. Yeah, I would say that Purple stories are like 50% true. Maybe 20. But they're always fun. He's just an insane person. We love him for it. Devil, have you figured it out yet? I heard a little click. You there? Hello.
Hello, Father. I'm sorry about earlier. My
You're
internet
good. Don't worry
gave
about it.
out.
What's up?
So I wanted to ask about advice about a girl, right?
Yes.
Aren't we all? So this is a girl I know, and I've known her for like 7 years. I've known her for a
How
really
old are
long.
you?
But we've never. I'm
Damn,
17.
okay.
Yeah. And there's a lot going on in my life right now, so it's making interacting with this girl even harder, right? Because of school and all that jazz. I actually almost dropped out. Anyways, so then there's a girl though, because I've known her for 7 years. She hasn't lived in my area at all, and just recently she moved to Ocean. She moved closer to me,
Right.
which has like given me an opportunity to go and like spend time with her. But she like just like a few months ago got out of a relationship with her ex, which I'm pretty sure was going on for like a few years. And then like the way she talks to me, like I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I don't know where to go from here. I just need like generic advice, I guess. Like
Well, what do you mean by the way she talks? Like, are you saying that you think she's into you? Do you think she just sees you as a friend? Like, where are we at?
okay, so when we're in person, like when we hang out in person, right? It's awesome. I love it. And like there's laughter and it's just great. But like I still feel like that I'm just in the friend zone and I feel like that's where I'm gonna stay and I don't know how to correct that. Or at least attempt to.
You do know how to do it. Yeah.
I do?
You just go for it.
I just go for it? Should I give it like more time?
By go for it, you don't. It doesn't have to be. Go for it is a general term on this show. You don't have to show up with flowers and a ring. You know what I mean? You don't have to be like, hey, I just love spending time with you, and I think you're fantastic, and we should go out, and you should be my girlfriend. We could baby step it. You know, if you think the girl's cute and you don't really know where you stand with her, we start by little flirts. We start by showing that you could be interested in them more than just a friend. And like, it's good to start with little flirts. And I don't know if you're a big flirter or not. Flirting is kind of tough, but you just say, you get things. You know, I love how you look today. Your hair's fantastic. Whatever. I don't like to give exact lines because different things work for different people. Like, I work with my humor. If you're a genuine, honest person, being a genuine, honest person when you flirt is fantastic. Like, God damn. Stand right there in the light. Your eyes look fantastic. Whatever the fuck. And just see how she reacts to that. If she, like, blushes a little bit, if she tells you to shut the fuck up, like, however she reacts, you got to read off that. And then you can kind of see where you lie in the area. You know what I mean? Because right now we have zero intel, right?
Knowledge. Yeah,
So we just
right.
take baby steps like that.
Well, yeah. For sure. I think the biggest reason why it's been like nerve-wracking for me is because we've only been hanging out like once a week and otherwise we text and I can't tell if she's just really dry at texting or she's trying to brush me off. Like I can't tell. But she also like moved to the area and she like reached out to me because she wanted to hang out, which makes me think that maybe she is interested, or maybe I'm just like an occupation until she leaves again, until she moves
You
away.
are
So I don't
you're
know.
such an
Hey,
overthinker, and I love it. You're coming up with all these scenarios that are just, could be happening, could not be. It's very good to be stupid, and I feel bad for you smart people, because you don't have to like I just get to float through life. There's two. I always talk about the two anxiety types. One of them is you get anxiety from not controlling things, and some people get anxiety when they have to control things. I'm anxiety type 2, where I get anxiety when things are in my control, and you're anxiety type 1, obviously, when things are out of your control, because you have no control, and you kind of panic, and you come up with all these situations in your head because you have no reins on the road ahead of you. But listen, dude, you can't control anything, especially not in this situation. So worrying about things that are out of your control that you would never know about, it's like you're going into a cave. And there might be gold at the end of that cave. There might be bats. There might be lizards, whatever the fuck. But you're still going into the cave because you want that gold. So just keep walking ahead. Do what I said, like little flirts or whatever.
okay, would it be crucial information if I told you that I told her that I liked her
How
previously?
previously? How long ago?
I think it was about 3 years ago. I told her I liked her, and she told me that while she has like a mild interest in me, she doesn't want to go out with me. Which just honestly, it sounds to me that that's just like a
Just say
nice
no.
way of
Yeah,
telling
but
me
you're
no.
17, right?
Yeah,
So what
yeah,
I'm going to say is I normally would tell someone to back off at this point, but people change wildly in these years. Like, what were you, 14 back then? I'm doing quick math, right? You're not even the same
yeah. I
person
was 14.
anymore. Like, not even close. 14 to 17?
I'll
Yeah.
attest to that. Yeah, I'll
So
attest to
she might not
that.
be the same person either. She might have learned some things in her last relationship. Let's not focus on, once again, I'm trying to steer you into the right direction. Let's not focus on the maybe nots. Let's focus on what you have in front of you, and it's an opportunity. Let's not squander it. Because if you
Okay,
swing and
awesome.
miss, she's now a girl who doesn't know a lot of people in your town, and you can walk away. It's gonna hurt your pride, but it's not like it's a friend group thing where you try to hit on a girl in your friend group and it gets messy and everyone makes fun of you. Like, this is just a girl you've been interested in for a while, but she's a satellite. She's out of the way. So if you fuck up big, it's not that big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. So like, it doesn't affect my
Exactly.
main life.
This is one of the best situations in terms of dating. So I suggest you go and get it done in terms of baby steps. And then also, one last thing I want to give you advice. If you get to the point where you're going to ask her out, you think there's good enough chemistry, make sure you confirm it's a date before you actually go out. Because otherwise, you're just a friend who's taking someone on dinner. And that sucks when you find out halfway through dinner that you're just friends.
Ask her to go on a date before.
Well, if you end up
I'm sorry.
asking her to go do
What'd you
something,
say?
like you think she's into you, make sure it's a date. Make sure, like, confirm that you guys are going on a date.
Oh, like say you want to
Yes,
go on
like
a
make
date.
sure like this is a date. We're doing a date thing. I just want to let you know. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's just two buddies
Okay,
hanging out.
yeah,
And it gets tough.
a
Yeah.
couple of friends.
And the
Yeah. Okay, one
okay.
last question, if
No, you're
that
good.
doesn't bother you. Um, so she's 2 years older than me, and I've heard a lot that girls don't like younger dudes. Doesn't it hurt my
It could be
chances?
hurting your chances, but once again, pimp, we have no idea. Some girls don't care.
Uh, there's too many like unknown
Yeah, that's what
variables.
women are, pimp. A million unknown variables. As
All
a
right,
man, speaking to another
that's
heterosexual man,
fair.
we're kind of doing a lot of guesswork. You're trying to fit the puzzle piece.
You're right. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really, honestly, I feel like people have been telling me the same shit, but you know what? You telling it to me makes me
All
feel
right.
so
I'm
much
glad you're
better.
able to get on the call, my guy. Bless your heart.
All right. Bye bye.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Oh, he has interest on this girl and he doesn't know whether to go for it due to how she responds to her. Yeah. Oh, my God. I don't remember who got in here first. Hollow Eye. Hello.
Hello, Father.
Good. What's
How
up?
are you? Um, so I have a situation about confidence in
Okay.
relationship. So, just some backstory, just so then we kind of, basically 2 years ago, I was finishing up my junior year in high school, and I just got out of a very shitty breakup, and at that point I was like, I know what I want to do for a career, so I need to really focus on myself, like improve myself, focus on, what I want to do. And so it's basically been 2 years since I've been in a relationship, in a real, like, authentic relationship with someone. And so recently I started dating this girl, and, she's really awesome. We get along. It's like I've never really dated someone like
Right.
her before.
I said
Huh?
right, yeah.
Yeah. And basically, like, it's been 3 or 4 weeks now, and I've talked to her about it, and we both said, like, yeah, it's okay. But I feel like I get very nervous when trying to make moves, especially like
Mhm.
physically. Like, we've only like held hands up to 4 weeks, and I feel like for some people that might be like really slow. But yeah, that's kind of the situation I'm in, is I like don't want to push her too far, but I also, I feel like eventually I have to like make some sort of move, because she's kind of one of those girls that would expect the guy to kind of
Yeah.
make the
Okay,
advance.
so I fully understand where you're at. We're in an age where you don't want to be men are very aware that we're scary and you don't want to be a dick. And it's a good
Yeah,
time to be alive for
exactly.
everybody. But it does put a little stress on it. Like, if you go for a move, you just don't want to be you don't want to push someone. And I get that. That was the biggest issue. That was a big issue for me
Exactly.
too. One of the things I would suggest is, one, communicate where you're at in terms of that. You can always say, like, hey, listen, like, have you talked to her in terms of like, hey, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I just don't know like how.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've had that literal conversation. It was just after we take a lot of like night walks around campus at our university, and I was just kind of like, yeah, like, I texted her later, and I was like, it just kind of makes me nervous, and I really like physical touch. That's like one of the ways I really like
Right.
expressing myself. But I'm like extremely nervous because, first, the way my last relationship ended, but also, it's been so long since I've been in these sort of
Right.
situations. And she was like, yeah, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not a very touchy-feely person. But yeah, I've had that conversation. It's just, I feel like eventually I'm going to have to kind of suck it up a
So
little bit.
I think a good way to push yourself to do it. It's like it is a weird example, but when I was a kid, I'd be in the backseat of my parents' car, and it'd be me and my brother, and we'd want McDonald's. This is gonna wrap around, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd be in the backseat with my brother, and we would both look at each other, and we would just be afraid to say, "Can we get McDonald's?" And we'd both like punch each other until one of us said it, and it's once you say it, you're in it. It's like one of those things. Like once you're at the gym,
Yeah.
you go, but you have to get to the gym first. So in a way of forcing yourself into that situation that's less scary than reaching out for it, I would often, like, when you're sitting there and you're just looking at each other and there's like a moment there. I'm sure you've missed a couple, like you've been in that situation, you just haven't gone for it, right?
Yeah, and that's partially why I'm kind of like, damn it, dude. Like, I feel like there's been some moments where it's like that would have been
So,
like perfect, but I was just like, I
a
just
good
got all
way to
nervous
handle it,
and
bro,
kind of
and
just
I've done
like
this,
let it
and girls
slide.
think it's endearing, at least the ones I've kissed, it's been endearing to, where you just, there's like a pause and you're looking at each other, you just go like, God, I want to kiss you right now. Seriously, it's like a little goofy,
Yeah.
but you're like, it's your genuine emotion, and you're like, God, I want to kiss you right now. And
Mhm.
she'll probably be like, do it. You know what I mean? Then you're in. Then there's no pressure.
Yeah,
It's not like
yeah.
you're leaning in, you're going to get rejected. Like, there. If she says, like,
Mhm.
not right now, you're like, okay, good. At least I know I didn't miss an opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and I get that. Like, I feel like I've kind of thought she's a very direct person, and I don't know what her relationship experience is like, but she's like homeschooled, kind of like on a farm sort of thing. So I don't know what like her experience is. So I feel like maybe just pulling it on her out of nowhere would kind of throw her off, and so that's why I've been like, do I literally ask her, or like, do I say something that
Right. I
references it,
think
or that sort of
asking
thing?
does ruin it a little bit. You know what I mean? You're like,
Mm-hmm.
my lady,
Yeah,
may I
and that's
smooch you
yeah.
on the lips? Like, it's kind of, it's tough. It's tough to
Yeah,
get around. But
yeah,
I think using my method of just saying you want to do it,
yeah.
then kind of putting the ball in her court.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're knocking on the door. She
Gotcha.
opens it. It's all you. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
go with that. Go with that method.
Gotcha.
And plus, she's dating you. At the very least, she'll want to smooch
Yeah.
you. I think smooching is the bare minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
You're doing better than 90% of men. You have a woman. Now we just need to.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's really awesome because like our values align, and like the way we want to have like a future, like we both want to have a family, or like, well, not saying we've talked about having family together, just like we want to have a
Right.
family one day, we want to settle down. And it's really cool to actually have someone that where practically almost all my values align
Well,
with her. That's really
Let's
cool.
not squander that. Let's get moving, all right?
Exactly.
You have to. That's the two things I want to leave you with is that little tip in terms of kissing her, but 2, you're already dating her. There's really you're not grabbing at her.
Yeah.
You're not, taking out a condom. You just, we're starting slow. And I think we're at a point now where you can get that done. I wouldn't worry about it. All right?
Yeah. Okay.
I
All right,
bless
man. I
you with
appreciate it.
confidence.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one.
Thank you, Father. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
I can't fucking fall asleep, so I'm here now. Welcome. Ain't that a bitch? Thing, I think, is next up. And then just salad. Hello, Thing.
Hello?
Hi,
what's
nothing.
up?
What's going on?
Quite a bit. So, I just got into a new school, and it's great. It's a big upgrade from my old school, but like, I'm sure you're used to this on this channel, but lady problems. Because, how would I word this? I'm used to having 0 self-esteem, but this is a new school. I'm very popular, and it's a big 180. And so, there's like, because it's like an art school and stuff, like whatever. So everybody's like got their own thing. There's this one girl, and she's like perfect, but like somebody told me that she liked me a while back, and I was like, I don't believe it. Now she has a boyfriend, and it's with my best friend, and I set them up after the fact that I found out that she liked me, and I don't really know what to do because now I have a crush on her, and I don't know what to do.
Well, you don't do anything at this point, but we learn. You're a kid, right? How old are you?
Freshman.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's high school. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a learning thing. This is something that you're going through on this show. It's been like a long-standing thing that I always say it's better to go for it and fail than it is to never find out what could have been, and we're in the never find out what could have been situation, which is tough. But this is where we learn that we should have gone for it. There's nothing you can do. You're not. I'm sure you've never seen Love Actually. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yes, I have. I've definitely heard of it.
The guy stands outside with the signs and he just steals his best friend's wife or whatever the fuck. That doesn't work. That's not a good move. Even if you steal her from him, nothing good's gonna happen out of that. So where we're at is I would focus on another girl. But how long you been having a crush on this girl?
I don't know, about maybe like a month. It's nothing major because I feel like it's so early at this point that nothing really matters. And even so, like I had to like coach my man.
Are you playing
to, like,
Fortnite?
Ask her out. And what?
Did I just hear the battle bus in the background?
No, that was my doorbell. I'm not that young.
I play Fortnite. Fuck you. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I only play on those updates. Like
I just play no build. Let's not go on this tangent. Go ahead.
When they added Ash, that was pretty cool. Yeah, but like I feel like it's so early, and also he completely bombed it. Like he didn't listen to any of my advice, because like I'm so used to being the wingman now. Like now that I have confidence, I feel like I'm getting there. He also completely bombed it. Would you like me to retell you today's advice really quickly?
But I do want to let you know that one, gaining the confidence is fantastic. Becoming a wingman is fantastic because you're learning without having to do anything, which is awesome. But it goes to show that even though he bombed, he got her, right?
Oh, no, he did not. Yeah, no, she said no.
So they're not dating?
They were on a date, and then he fully asked her out at the end, which is very stupid because he didn't listen to any advice. And she was like, no, because that's what she thought this was the whole time. And it was a little bit of a slow.
So they're not dating?
I feel like it's an on and off again thing. I feel like that's what this is going to become, but I feel like it's early enough where I could put a pause to that.
Okay, yeah, this is different. This
is. I worded it wrong earlier, didn't I? Okay. So earlier today, we were at a group hangout, and then they broke off alone, which was always the plan, because he asked her, hey, let's get out of here. And she was like, yeah. And so they walk along, and then at the end, he asked her, hey, do you want to hang out? Which is just idiotic to me, frankly, because you already asked her that. which makes you sound like a bit of a doofus. And then she goes, what? No. And then she walks away, and he's, like, confused. He called me as I was on the subway back home. And he's like, what did I do wrong? And I was like, oh, my God. So I walked him through all the steps of what he did wrong, because I'm fairly good at this stuff. I'm a pretty understanding guy. I've been raised around women. Most of my friends are women. So I feel like I know where they're coming from.
Proud of you for saying
like,
woman. Kids your age say female. Proud of you.
Not an incel. However, I do know a lot of them.
Cool.
Yeah. I feel like the most incel part of me is that I have Discord downloaded.
Yeah, it's just Rust, so I'm in the same battle. It's fucking horrible.
I mean, Rust nowadays isn't that bad if it was like CSGO or something, on the other hand.
Listen, we're not going to get into that. What I want to let you know
okay,
is
Valorant
that
isn't that bad.
The advice I want to leave you with is I would stop giving him advice.
You think I'm making him too good?
No, because I've seen this story play out so many times on this show, where you pretty much are just being the boyfriend for him, and then when you first of all, he's gonna rely on you if they start dating. He's gonna need you to walk him through every fucking step, which is not your responsibility. And second of all, she's not dating him; she's dating you through a conduit.
Well, he also looks like, he's a very good-looking guy, and I'm not. He goes to the gym.
That's fine. Good-looking people don't have to try that hard. That's how life goes. But you have the skills, and he doesn't deserve them unless he earns them. So you don't have to. You don't have to fucking not. You don't have to ignore him, but don't give him the A plays. Don't give him exactly what he should be doing. Say I don't know sometimes.
All right. Yeah.
Bless your heart.
All right.
Bye bye.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
Hello, Father. Hi, toxic virginity. I put a 5-hour energy in a water seltzer. You guys ever have Waterloo seltzer? It's fantastic. Just salad, bud. How you doing?
Hello, Father.
Hello.
It's me from last time, and you already know what I told you from last time. The coworker bit. And so I did follow your advice. The moment I was about to tell them, they cut me off in the middle of what I was telling them. And they told me, like, oh, yeah, I can't do social media. Like, I can't have you on social media. Because I genuinely, when I'm on social media, I send people memes. That's, like, the whole bit of who I am sometimes. And the moment I went to work and I saw them, they were like, yeah, I had to remove you because her boyfriend doesn't allow any, like, male people to be someone around her. And that's what's the main fear is, like, he picks her up from work. So I'm like, I could see this bozo walking in. But what makes me more scared is I've told her multiple times. Because once she told me that, I'm like, all right. And those feelings kind of died. So I was like, all right. I just see them as a comrade or a coworker. And that's really it. And multiple of my other coworkers now have been asking me because since she's always casually around me. So, like, if I'm finished with my duty on, like, my shift, and I just, like, walk out or something, she's, like, right behind me. And I get multiple questions where it's like, are you dating her? How is it like? I'm like, I'm not dating her. I don't even know what she is to me. I just go like, she's a coworker. That's it.
Well, two things. You're probably her work husband, which happens. But two, she's probably seeking men. Not in a horny way, but Jesus Christ, if her boyfriend's being a manipulative asshole and not letting her hang out with any guys, and he's the only guy in her life, I mean, like, and you're a cool guy, you know what I mean? She's picking you because you're cool, but I'm just saying, like, she probably looking for some of that shit, bro. That guy seems like he sucks.
Yeah, I see that as well, but to me, I'm not a huge person of physical touch, and they have a habit of grabbing my sides and poking my back and neck, and I don't like that at all. And I've mentioned that to them where, like, I don't like any of that. And they go like, sorry, I'm just a very touchy person.
Touching anyone else at work?
And no, like, when it comes to, like, hugging her, like, somewhat sister-in-laws, she's not married to her boyfriend. They just call each other sisters-in-laws. She, like, only hugs them. But when it comes to me, like, she'll hug me, she'll grab my sides or, like, poke my back or, like, run her finger up my back.
Like, this girl's
and I'm like,
you.
And I'm like, that's Yeah, I'm more scared because I'm like, if her bozo of a boyfriend walks in and sees her doing that, I'm dead. Because one, I'm a pacifist. I don't like physically harming people.
Well, I would suggest,
I look scary
dude, I've
sometimes,
got my
but
ass kicked so many
I'm
times. I am not a good fighter. I don't start fights. I just get sucked into them. And if you're not a fighter, bro, pepper spray rips. It really does. I'm just saying.
I used to be a fighter. I used to do martial arts, and I know military combat because my uncle's in the Marines. So he's like, all right, so if someone comes in, you could be as lethal as you want. I'm like, what do you mean lethal? Oh, you could kill them if you care. I'm like, I'm not gonna kill him. Hurt him?
Just put
Probably.
him on the fucking
Kill him?
ground, dude.
No. Uh, Put him on the ground. Make him
Yeah.
make him shit himself.
Twist him into a pretzel. All that good stuff.
But maybe yeah. But that's what's so scary because Friday I work with her sister-in-laws, which is like Nicole and her sister Wendy, and I'm more scared if she's gonna be on shift because I just don't want them that close near me, and that's what's more scary of being a guy in this generation now is women's words are more stronger than ours. So if I like go to HR and say like, oh, they're harassing me to the point like she's like messing with me to the point where I end up going to HR and telling them that it's a harassment. She can generally flip the words around and say, no, he's the one harassing me, and I could get in trouble. That's what I'm more
That's not
scared
gonna
of.
happen, bro. Is this like a kitchen? You're a server, right?
No, I'm a retail worker, so like I work with guests, like I work with people
Okay.
that come in
Yeah, yeah.
and like they're looking for stuff, and I clean up aisles, I do all
the
that.
way
I'm a retail worker.
HR nowadays, especially if you're a big chain store, right? You're good. If you say she's harassing you, she's not. That's not gonna get turned around on you. I promise you that.
No, it's because the only evidence they somewhat have is that she's always around
Well,
me,
yeah, but
so that's what I'm
whenever this
scared of.
happens, like usually when the HR, especially in this situation, it's gonna be a talking to. It's not gonna be a write up. Just because, like you said, there's no evidence, but they'll be like, hey, like they'll keep an eye on it too. When you bring it up to HR, it's not just like a one and done thing. But if you bring it up like, hey, I'm a little uncomfortable because this girl keeps touching me and I don't want to touch me. She's a boyfriend and I don't want to fucking deal with all this shit. And then in that situation, they'll be like, okay, and they'll keep an eye on it. That's what happens.
Yeah, yeah. I ended up talking to her sister Nicole about it, and she was gonna. She told me that like she'll talk to her about that. And now I'm more scared of that her name is Brianna, the one that's touching me all the time. That's why I'm more scared of her, because I'm like, if Nicole tells her out, I feel like I'm fucked in this situation because she's gonna want to do it 2 times more. That's what I'm more scared of. Because I was raised with women, nothing but women. So like I grew up with 2 sisters and a mom, no father in my life. So certain things make me uncomfortable, and she knows those advantages. So like I'm a guy, but I'm somewhat pure, but I am not. Trust me, I've been through the internet. It's weird.
Well, listen. If you
Everyone's
feel that
not
uncomfortable, bring it up to HR. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fine. But at the end of the day, if she's the issue, get other people involved. If you don't want this, tell someone to step up. I know you talked to the stepsister, but she does it 2 times more. This is a place of work, place of business. So someone can help you out there. All right? It's not going to turn back on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I already have to deal with like a genuine female guest flirting with me most of the time, and I always have that great counter defense where it's the moment they ask like for my social media or something, I go, "Sorry, I'm gay."
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one.
Yeah, it's just a massive turn off where they're like, "Oh, really?" I'm like,
I have
"Yeah."
a boyfriend. Pretty easy one.
Yeah, I showed them like a photo of like me and my closest guy friend of like 9 to 10 years, and I'm like, "Yeah, he's a really great guy. He treats me right. He pegs me really well."
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
And they just go like, "Oh, it's funny."
You don't get pegged
but-
as a dude. If a dude's fucking you, that's not pegging. That's just sex. Regardless,
Nah, he pulls
bless
out
your
too.
heart, son. Have a good one.
Thanks.
I'm assuming you're a Satirical priest, right? Hey, who knows? I could be a real priest. En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. I used to know the entire Nicene Creed. I don't anymore. Fruitish. I love the picture of your dog. Good job, dog. Thanks. Hail Mary, Mother of Grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the womb of thy womb, Mary. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, for we forgive those who trespass against us. Let us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I think I missed a part. Oh boy, it's been a while since I've said a fucking prayer. Glory be to the Father, glory be to the Son. Through him, and with him, and with him, through the unity of the Holy Spirit, is now and ever shall be, forever and ever. Christ is risen, Christ will come again. Fruitish back in the next up you go. Super noob.
Hi,
I can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
What's up?
Okay. First time I discovered you on TikTok, and I've watched a couple streams now, and I'm as soon as I'm back into work after COVID, and I get my next paycheck, I will most likely be setting up a Twitch subscription.
Thank
Just
you,
wanted to
man.
let
Not
you know that.
necessary, but I appreciate it.
So I'm gonna be very vague on like people's and companies when I tell this, but I just wanted your advice on the situation. I work for an online entertainment company that makes videos. I work in the department that takes care of the building, like the building that they work in. And there is a person that I'm talking to, and I've she's a very nice person. I believe we've become friends. But for about a month now, I've realized that I would like to take it further. The problem is I don't know how to go about the situation because she is on-screen talent. And so it puts a very large, at least I don't know if this is just a barrier of my own mind, or if it's a real barrier because of being on-screen talent. So I was just wondering what you thought the best course of action would be to start to take things further, like flirting and.
I'm gonna make that a new verb on this show. Take it flirter.
Flirter. Taking it flirter.
You work on the building, right? You're not a higher up.
Yeah, so I'm basically if a toilet's clogged, I have to call a plumber. If the AC goes down, I call an HVAC company.
But you're not
That's my
in
job.
charge of her.
No, we're in two different departments, but it's the same company.
I was gonna say that's like an issue of power dynamics and stuff, and things get messy there. But if that's not the case,
right.
In terms of flirting, have you flirted at all?
A couple of things, but I have the problem of being of the male persuasion, so things can, when words come into the brain sphere, they hit a brick wall or tend to hit a brick wall. So I'm flirting, but I don't know.
It's getting picked up.
I can never be. I don't know if it's getting picked up, and I can never pick up. I have trouble picking up whether or not she is flirting back.
So I'm not gonna pretend like I know either, because every girl is gonna be different. But a good way to flirt, especially, I can tell you're a genuine person. Like, you seem to wear your heart on your sleeve. I don't know if I'm gauging that correctly, but in that sense, it's what you kind of say what you think about her, which makes it easier, but you say it with a little fun twist. So if she comes in, especially in a workplace, don't comment on their body, but if she comes in and she's got like a new hairdo, or her eyes look really pretty, new shoes, stay away from dresses, because if you say like you look great in that dress, it gets creepy. But you know what I mean? Like, say her eyes look really good that day, like,
makes me sound like I'm from
hey,
the 50s.
sweetie, nice tits, Becky. But that's a quote from Mike Birbiglia. I'm not just saying that. But anyway, just bring up the fact that if her eyes look really good, just be like, wow, oh my God, your eyes look fantastic today. Like, just say it so genuinely, because that's what you want to say. It makes it really easy. But it's just one of those things. You're like, oh, they look like your eyes look fantastic today. And then whenever she, she'll take it either as a compliment or she'll see it as a little flirt and she'll send it back. But just genuine honesty is the best way to get a flirt out. And then, there's the I like to be mean when I flirt, which sounds bad, but I talk. I'm a shit talker, and if a girl can keep up with that, it's really good. That's how me and my girlfriend flirt. We just talk shit to each other. But anyway, it's just however you do it. But you got to start somewhere. So I would suggest starting there, and then just kind of seeing how she reacts to it.
And you think I shouldn't worry about her being an on-screen talent, like her having a large, like I would consider it a large internet
I think that, might give her an ego, might give her a big head, and it might hurt your chances, but it's not like, it's nothing to worry about in the sense of like, that's the only reason why I think that'd be an issue. If she thinks she's a higher, first of all, everyone's famous. I'm famous. Anyone can be famous nowadays. If you have a big head because you have followers on the internet, to me that's ridiculous because no one really knows who you are. Like, I bet if you said her name when I'm not going to ask you to, but I probably would have no one in the chat or me would have any fucking clue what this person is because everyone has their own specific internet niches. When you talk about internet culture, like someone will come out and be like, "Do you watch YouTube?" "Yeah, I watch YouTube." "Oh, do you know Johnny VTuber?" You're like, "No, I don't." Like, how do you not know that? Because there's a million of us. There's a million of internet creators. So if she has a big head about this, that's on her. But just having followers, that's just a job. That's what she has. Maybe she has a good personality. Maybe she's really pretty, and those things work for her career. But that shouldn't deter you really at all. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Get it done.
Thank you so much.
Bless your heart.
Bye.
Father Tug, have you not sworn to celibacy? I've sworn to my girlfriend. So, no. I'm like a cool Catholic priest. I get a lot of passes. Fruitish, are you back? Fruitish! Fruitish! Are you back? Don't make me kick you out. Hello!
Hello? I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
You're good. Don't even worry about it. What's up?
Okay, hold on, let me pull up my thing that I have.
Did you write up a Word doc?
It's kind of... no, I have a paragraph I sent this kid. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna turn off the stream because it's like confusing me. So there's this guy in my school that I really like. I met him through theater, and there's this other girl that really likes him, and she's liked him for over a year, I want to say. And I'm new to the school, so it's like not fair to her that, and I know he likes me back because I already texted him about it, and he said he likes me back. And there was like a couple things like, what should I do? Because I'm not sure.
Go for it.
But it's like stressful. So like we would have to keep it a secret because like people, it's like not really a very liked thing for like because I'm in 9th grade, he's in 8th grade. We're in like we go to the same school because there's a middle school and a high school, but he's in the whole grade below me, and that would just I think people would think that's weird.
I think if your grades touch, it's absolutely fine. First of all, in my opinion, it's not like. I mean, the concept of middle school and high school, it's a concept. You're both a year apart from each other. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
And and so and this other girl, we're like kind of close friends, not really. But if I were to date him, I'd feel really bad. Like if I were to date him.
Here's the thing, though. You can like somebody, but liking and love, we'll call it love, even though we're not that deep into it, but love is a two-way street. If she's liked him for a year, and he's given no mind to it, that she's a dog chasing a car. She's not going to catch up. And she's going to like him forever, and you're never going to get a chance? I don't think there's no dibs. That's not how this works. It's going to be upsetting to her, but she's had a year.
That's true.
It's, it's not your responsibility to worry about that. And if he likes you, so then he's not going to get what he wants, and you're not going to get what you want, and this girl's not going to get what she wants. It's bad math. So I would suggest you go for it. Despite the drama that may come with it, it's going to probably be worth it.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
No problem, Fruitish. Bless your heart.
Bye-bye. Bye, thank you.
Tackled 59. Tackled 59 gave me a Prime sub, which I'm much appreciative. And then earlier, Onion gave us a sub to Purple. I don't know why she would do that. Nothing against Purple. That's very specific. Usually she tosses out them randomly. And the Dr. Big gave a prime sub a while ago. I'm sorry, Pimp. I didn't say that out loud. Have I missed anything else? I don't think so. Alright, back to the bottom. Father Tug, do you, like, take a disliking to the British? No. I think it's funny to make fun of them in memes, but I actually really like British accents. Local one weeb with the prime sub. Thank you so much, Pimp. Drag me? Okay. Hi, Plutonium. Hello.
Hello?
What's up?
What's up? Alright, so this story, it's not, I don't know, I need kind of advice because this is a bit wild for someone my age to say, so get ready.
Also, try and keep, I don't know how this story's going to go, but keep it PG-13. I don't want to hear no nasty stuff.
I'm gonna try. I know how the fucking Twitch is.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bitch. So okay. So I'd say about like, I don't know how long it was, like a month and a half ago. So there was this girl that I was beefing with, right? You know, it was beef. It was getting pretty bad, right? You know, constantly fucking harassing each other and shit. And then what she does try and quote get back at me fucked me up terribly. She made some pretty outrageous claims for an 8th grader. I think you could take a guess. Like essay type stuff. But yeah. So it got a little bit messy for a little bit, right? Cause like she got reported to school, blah blah blah. And all that kind of stuff. But then they were like, oh shit, this bitch tripping. And then I got off the hook. And like nobody was really supposed to talk about it. But recently, this bitch told one of her friends about it, and like how I did it and did all that stuff to her. And then that's just spread around the school like wildfire, and now I'm getting like called like all these nasty things, and I don't know how to like diffuse the situation, I guess, or kind of get it to stop because it is fucking nightmare.
I have no fucking clue, my guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone's telling lies about you. It's kind of hard to stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping that you'd maybe have some ideas on how to fucking kind of diffuse that shit.
Now, if you didn't do it, you didn't do it. And you don't gotta.
I know, but like, there's always like fucking like jokes coming up about it, like, oh, someone's a sex offender, blah blah blah, and they're always saying stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a nasty rumor. Those things spread.
Yeah.
And she already got brought up to the office, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, at the end of the day, I mean, everyone has something. Yours is a bad rumor, but it's high school, my guy. You're in high school, right?
Yeah. No, I'm in 8th grade, actually.
Are you all going to the same high school?
Crazier. I hope she doesn't come. I'm going to the one that's in my fucking district.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think you only have a couple more months of this, and you'll probably have a clean slate.
Yeah, and I listened to your holy advice from last time. It's
all right.
helped.
Well, yeah. Just keep a clear head. Winter break's probably gonna help too. Just keep on moving. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks. All right, peace.
Rise above the fray. That sounds like a. Oh God, I can't remember who came in here first. Something creative. I think I've seen your name. Oh God. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So, this is a bit of a story. Basically, so I guess I should say I called maybe a month and a half ago just to, college wasn't going great. I was lonely, whatever. Basically did a lot of searching, decided, you know what, maybe this isn't the school for me, so I left. But in that, like, last month or so, 3 weeks, give or take, I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to class. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to throw myself into the social stuff. I'm going to meet as many people as possible. I'm going to try and do as much cool stuff, that kind of thing. So, basically, I go on this app, Yik Yak. I don't know if you're familiar. It was a very bad idea. But I go on this app.
Yik Yak was the thing when I was like a sophomore in high school. I did not know that was still a thing.
Yeah, no, it's very much still a thing. So I go on this app. I and I start talking to some people and complaining about classes and whatever. But I meet this person, and we both have okay, have you ever seen the show How I Met Your Mother? Okay, so you know what eating sandwiches is?
Yes.
You remember what that means? It's like a euphemism. So me and this girl, we have this shared fondness for sandwiches. So she's like, "Hey, you should come to my place. Let's eat a sandwich." So I'm like, "All right, whatever." I go to her place. It's late at night. We eat a sandwich on her porch. She's like, "Hey, come in my room. We should watch a movie." I'm like, "All right, yeah, we'll watch a movie." I sit next to her, but nothing really happens. I leave. I'm like, "Hey, I had a lot of fun. We should do this again sometime." So she's like, "All right, yeah, no problem." So 2 days later, she hits me up again. She's like, "Hey, let's hang out again." So we do. And this time, she brings me some cookies from her work. These are regular cookies, just regular cookies. And so I'm like super hyped about it. This time though, we're sitting next to each other, and she's like, "Hey, you can come sit on my bed if you want." I'm like, "Okay." So I sit next to her. We start cuddling. It's a fun night. But then nothing happens after that, and I'm like, "All right, I'm just gonna go home." So we both kind of fall asleep, but then I leave kind of early in the morning. So she's like, yeah, you should definitely try and come over one last time before you fly out. I'm like, all right, whatever, for sure. So I get to my dorm, I get these cookies, super hyped about it. I start eating these cookies because I've been eating sandwiches. And then I eat too many cookies and I get really bad heartburn, really bad acid reflux. So I'm like, all right, this sucks. I'm gonna take a Tums. We're gonna call it. We're gonna be okay. I take the Tums. Don't think about it. She calls me up. She's like, hey, come over 2 a.m. So I'm like, all right, yeah, sweet. I'll come over at 2 a.m. And I go over to her apartment again. And I should also mention she's 21. I was 17 at the time, so probably not the best, but she has some spicy water. And she's like, hey, would you like to drink an ounce of spicy water? I'm like, yes, I would like to drink an ounce of spicy water. So I drink an ounce of spicy water, and it triggers the acid reflux. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is bad. I'm like, all right, whatever. We're going to eat a sandwich. We're going to, I have a minute to get myself together. So I, do our thing. She's like, hey, let's watch a movie. So we go back to her room. She's like, hey, you can sit on my bed if you want. I sit on her bed, and I kind of lie down, and it's all over. And because of the acid reflux, I throw up all over her bed.
Dude.
All over her window. Like, it was just bad. It was rough. And she was very gracious. She, gave me a shirt, and because I, had vomit all over my shirt and all over my pants. No, I sat up and I was like, oh god,
like
I gotta get up, and then it was like too late.
Sprayed everywhere.
Yep, basically, yeah, yep. It was bad. It was bad.
Fuck.
So, I mean, I told a couple friends. This happened a month ago. I'm 18 now, so I told a couple friends. I'm like, hey, this kind of sucked. And, some of them were like, oh, that's, you fumbled the bag of the century, bro. You're never gonna get another chance. I'm like, all right, yeah, haha, very funny. But then some people were like, hey, she was 21. This was a bad thing. This was like a blessing in disguise. And then I'm also like, oh God, I'm,
you a victim.
This is yes, but also this is like shaken my confidence a little bit, to say the least. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I have like several things I want to say. One, in college, I got really good at pulling trig. Are you aware of what pulling trig means? If
no.
you feel like you got to be sick, let's not wait or beat around the bush. I would go to the bathroom, and play the banjo with my uvula, get it out of my system. Because you were sitting there, right? And you were just like, you felt really shitty, and you tried to wait it out as long as you could, and then it just happened. But you have an express route button in the back of your mouth. I'm just saying, pulling trig means you get it out of your system, you go to the bathroom, you handle it like a champ, put some mouthwash in there, you feel a lot better. I would suggest that next time instead of sitting on it. It's a good talent to have. I got really good at it.
Yeah.
Two,
Yeah, I think
the situation you were in was weird. You have some better self-preservation skills in terms of meeting a girl off Yik Yak. 90% of the time, it's probably a dude. So
Yeah.
don't be an idiot.
I was very lucky. Yes.
3, I think what you got the most you could have got out of this, which is a good story. So you're as you get older, you realize those are worth more than any experience you could have had. So you're probably going to be telling the story till you die in a good way. Just run with that. Don't feel too bad about it. But let's focus on girls at least 3 years older than us. That's a huge... Wait, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, that's 4 years, dude. Yeah, that's tough. Especially she was feeding you booze, spicy water, and sandwiches. You know, just a weird situation all around. So...
I was supplying the sandwiches. But she was supplying the spicy water, yes.
You know, I'm sure you're smarter now. You're 18. Your life's about to start. Hilarious story. I actually have a really good puking story that I want to tell right now, if you don't mind. Okay.
No, absolutely. Please.
My roommate Connor, he's been my best friend for a long time, and we were secretly drinking in my apartment. Or not my apartment, my parents' house, and we were in the basement drinking. We're playing Mario Kart. Do you know what Mario Kart is?
No, but it sounds awesome.
It's Mario Kart, and you race normally, and you open up a beer.
Okay.
The rule is you have to finish the beer before you hit the finish line, but you also can't drink and drive. So you have to stop your car to drink.
Oh,
and
man.
then you can go. And then some people race the whole race to get to the finish line to chug the beer. Some people take sips and keep going, but you can't drive and drink at the same time. That's what Mario Kart is. It's a devastating game because we usually play with a bunch of people, but it was just me and him because we were dumb kids. We didn't know how much beer a human being could drink. We played 5 games, which takes 30 minutes, and we both drank 5 beers in 30 minutes. So and we had no tolerance. So he's a big goober, and he's like, I'm going to go take a pee, and he was gone for like 30 minutes, which is not how long it takes to pee. So I was like, he's probably puking upstairs. My parents were sleeping upstairs. I go all the way up to it's like all the way up my cellar door, and to the left is the bathroom. I open the door, and apparently my friend ate carrots because all over the white wallpaper of my bathroom, the white sink, the white toilet, he must have opened that bathroom door and started puking. He didn't get to the toilet. It was everywhere, bright orange. And he's sitting there with a towel trying to mop it up, and he looks up at me and goes, I know, don't tell anyone. That's not the issue here. The issue is you have puke everywhere. Luckily, my parents were cool about it. Weirdly cool about it. They just I think they felt bad for him. They knew he was going to be embarrassed, so they just cleaned up everything. I got in trouble, but they didn't give him any shit, which is very out of character for my parents. Also, he left the call. I don't know where he went, but that was like the craziest. I've never seen. It was like like he walked in. It was just like bah everywhere. Don't drink, kids. It's not worth it. Ling Long. McQueet.
Hello, Father. Father, hello. I'd just like to say, Father, thank you for doing this review. It is very helpful, and just thank you for your time. Also, Father. Okay, so Father, I need your advice. So there's this girl that I've liked for a long time, and excuse me, and I asked her out before. So I moved over the summer to Italy, and I'm from Texas, and that's where she is. And I just don't know what to do because, Father, over the summer I did not talk to her because stuff happened with her family, and she just needed time. I respected that, and I just don't know what to do, Father. I can't get over this girl, and she's just I don't know. Like every time I talk to her, it's just immense happiness, and we've always had chemistry, I just don't know what to
This
do,
is your
Father.
first. How old are you?
I'm
Okay,
14.
this is like your first big one.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna hit hard. You ever have plans on going back to Texas?
Yes. I'm on civilian orders because my mom got a drop off for over here, and yeah.
So you're gonna travel back and forth?
Uh, hopefully, I mean, I might go back during spring break, and that's when like we planned. But I've I've I'm just so nervous, Father. Like I've tried, I've been really close to asking her out because I just don't know, Father.
You have really nothing to lose here, my guy.
I know that. I brought that up to my friends, and they said they said the exact same thing, but I just said I don't know how to though. Excuse me.
You just, especially with long distance, my guy. It's just, you just have the
Yeah.
conversation. Like,
Yeah.
listen, I really like you, and I want to keep you in my life for longer, and I want it to be more special, and I would like to date you. Love is, by definition, corny. And dudes
Oh,
are very
absolutely.
afraid to be corny. I'm so afraid to be corny.
Oh, absolutely, sir.
It's fantastic. And it's okay to be corny when it comes to girls. And it's okay to be corny when it comes to love. And if you don't know how to do it, you just be honest. And I think everything you've told me is heartwarming for a girl to hear. You just said the cutest shit like 2 minutes ago. That every time you talk to her, it's just unstoppable happiness. And that you just, everything you want to do is you want to involve her in it. That's what, that's,
and like
what? No, I
Oh,
was just
sorry.
saying, that's how you ask someone out, dude. That's fucking beautiful.
Thank you.
Then say it to her.
I will,
All
Father.
right.
I will.
Just be honest. You got
Thank
poetry
you,
in your
Father.
heart, son. Bless your heart.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too, Father. Thank you so much.
I didn't know if he was done or not because he was whispering. I couldn't get the inflection in his voice. Gil Nut. Is that Gil Nut or Gil Hut? I hope it's Gil Nut. It is Gil Nut. Thank you for the Prime sub. You have a choice of the Prime sub every month, and I appreciate you picking me. Oh, Christ. All right. We're down to the last three. Comp. I slid a Tug's DMs. It was super nice and honest. I was not okay when it happened, but I did it. Onion, you are 15. And I have a girlfriend. And that is not even a factor. Onion. Don't slide into my DMs. Don't be doing that. What does it mean when you subscribe with Prime? I think it means you don't get ads. But Prime is Amazon Prime. So if you hook up your Prime Amazon subscription, your Amazon password to Twitch, you have one Prime sub to give out a month. Oh, hi, Penta. Everyone say hi to Penta. Comp, I'm going to put you back into next up because you don't know how to do this, okay? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Moss's Marcel? Not like that, bro. Damn, don't remember, huh? I was telling you how much I appreciate what you do. Oh, okay. That's not sliding in the DMs. You worded that wrong, Onion. It was very nice of you. But that's not Hi, Moss. I see you've unmuted yourself. Now it's just time to talk. Thank you, Father, for the advice. No problem, pimp. Be honest. That guy got gifted a sub. Welcome, Iggy. Moss, alright, I'm gonna go back to comp now. God damn, can we figure it out? Comp. Hello. What can I do for you?
Alright. So there's a lot. Okay. Pretty much. So I'm in high school at the moment, junior year, and at the moment, I've been to 3 different high schools.
Damn.
So, yeah, and there are plans for a 4th one. Because we just move around a lot,
Okay,
I guess.
good. I mean, not good, but that's better than you getting kicked out of all of them.
No, I'm
So
not
I
getting
was like,
kicked
all
out.
right, bro, let's hear the story. But okay, so you're moving around a lot. Got it.
Yeah, so, like, just, I'm having trouble, like, keeping down, like, a relationship and feeling like I deserve to be in one, I guess.
Okay.
Because, like, I tried long distance once. That didn't go well. So, like, I really don't want to do that. But, like, at the same time, there are people I'm interested in, people who told me they're interested in me, and I just not sure what to do.
Taking a long sip. What to do in terms of what? In terms of long distance?
Like, I get just relationships in general like this, I guess. I don't know how to put it, sorry.
What do you mean like this? Let's break this down. Like in terms of
Like,
you being new to the school?
moving around a lot. No, not that. I usually can, like, get to know people fairly easily, but moving around a lot.
That's well, are you planning on going to college?
Yeah, that's the plan, yeah.
I'm not saying let's focus on the now. I was just wondering. It's because then moving won't affect you. You'll be at college, so that's at least good. But 2 things I want to say. 1, have you talked to a therapist?
I have, yes.
Stay in therapy. Just because this moving stuff, it seems like you don't seem like a scatterbox, which is nice, but it can affect you in a way of, like you said, like the confidence and all this shit. Like moving around a lot does have a lasting effect. Just because like you can't, like you said, like holding down a relationship and always having to meet new people and start over again, that just can be mentally stressful. So it's just good to get that out with someone because I don't want to tinker with your brain and fuck something up. But in terms of the relationship thing, are you saying that you want to talk about how you don't feel like you deserve it? Or are you saying that you want to talk about what do you want to talk about the relationship thing?
Like, I mean, I guess it's just like, sorry,
No,
it's
you're
like
good.
hard
Take
to
your
put
time.
in words, I guess. Like, so, I'll give you an example. Last year, I was, sophomore year, I was in a different high school than I am now. And there was a girl who I was really into. I wanted to ask her out, but like, I felt like, since I'm moving, what's the point? Kind of thing, I guess. So, like, that's just been my mindset for every year so far. Like, if I'm moving, like, what's the point?
Okay, I get that. But here's some good advice. I have that issue, but without a premise. Like, for most of my life, I've always thought, what's the point of dating? You're gonna break up or get married, and I didn't want to get married. So what's the fucking point? It's gonna end. But my therapist yelled at me because she was like, "What kind of fucking way to live your life is like that?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And it's not about how it's gonna end. It's about having the experience. She's like, you don't get off the roller coaster. You don't get on a roller coaster thinking about how short it is, or how it's gonna end. You just think about, I want to get on that fucking roller coaster. Yes, it's gonna end, but life's about humanity. It's about building relationships with other people, and it's tough that you have an end date, and it might get messy, but that's no reason not to go for it. Relationships, especially at your age, they're gonna end regardless, unless you're high school sweethearts and you stay in the same hometown for the rest of your life, which is, I would say, 5% of the population. You still owe it to yourself to have those experiences. And if someone wants to have those with you, that's fantastic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
It's just worth it to go for it, even though it's going to end. It's just, it's nice. And, people look at it's clinical depression where everything starts to look bad, but it's just, life is constantly tragedy and comedy over and over again in the Shakespearean sense. Like, it's ups and downs. There's really no middle point in life where you're just okay. That happens between the good and the bad. And mostly it's good and mostly it's bad. So it's good to try and fill your life up with the good, because otherwise you're just stuck with bad. So go
Yeah.
for the good. You owe it to yourself. And to the people who like you. They're missing out on an opportunity too.
All right. But like, another thing that ties into it is like past experiences, I guess.
You're gun shy.
Because most were not the best,
Right.
I guess.
Well, you're 17,
'Cause-
right?
16.
Okay, well even then, bro. Everyone's trying to figure out who they are and what they want. It's all gonna be bad. Especially 16, 19 is when people really start to figure their shit out, and barely by that point.
Mhm.
But everything before this, it's hard to have a relationship and try and figure yourself out at the same time. It's gonna get messy. It's gonna get gross. But as you get smarter, as you develop as a human being more, it gets easier. And you get to know what you want. You get to know the kind of people you want around you. Because things were bad in the past, that's no reason not to not do things in the present.
Yeah.
And I get the apprehension. I was hurt by a girl and I didn't date someone for 6 years. But I'm telling you right now, that's not the motive. That's not the move. You're missing out. Love can hurt, but love is love. And it's worth it. Almost always.
Yep.
All right, comp? All right.
All right.
Have the confidence, my boy. You got it.
I'll do my best.
Onion, stop being horny. Stop. Stop being thirsty. And woes. Oh god, I'm so tired. I've been drained. Hello. I heard you for a second. Hello.
Hello? Am I alive? Alright, sweet. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I took your advice on making a list and just stop being in my head and started doing things again. And everything's working out pretty good actually right now. I joined a jiu-jitsu gym. I'm getting back into fighting and I'm doing actually really well.
Fantastic.
I'm getting my ass kicked again, so it's great.
That's what all jiu-jitsu is. All my friends who do jiu-jitsu, they're like, it's not like you go in there and you kick people's asses. You go in there and get your ass kicked. But it's good. It's good for the mental health.
And then, but I wanted to, so I hyped somebody up at my school, well, at my college, I should say. So I had this, also, I'm 18, I'm whatever, recap, I'm doing good. And I hyped somebody up. So I'm going to tell that story. So I'm nervous. Because I'm doing so well. I hyped somebody up by seeing him fuck me eyes.
Okay.
Where the girl like digs her chin and gives it and looks down, but like has her eyes raised up towards him. And the guy didn't know, and I'm sitting there watching this happen, and I'm just like, dog, he's into you. Don't talk about this other girl. And I'm overhearing their conversation and stuff. And the girl leaves to the bathroom or something. And I decide, you know what? I'm going to give this guy some help. And I'm like, hey, dog, you don't know me, but I was overhearing your conversation because I'm a busybody. And the girl's into you. And he's like, what? I'm like, the girl's into you, dog. And he's like, no, she's in. She got, like, too many issues and stuff. And I'm like, she's into you. She's giving you the F me eyes. And he started laughing. I'm like, she's into you. Ask her out on a date. And I got his social media and stuff. And he said he went on a date with her. So now they're
There you
dating.
go, pimp. It's about spreading positivity.
Yeah, because I was listening to the other podcast, the other conversation. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody's being down with some stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to help some people
That's
today.
what it's all about. Wingman, letting people know that the opportunity's there. Fantastic.
It was so funny. It's like, shut up, dogs.
You get it.
Sorry, I have dogs. Yeah, I'm moving rooms, but yeah, I was just helping them out.
Well,
So
I'm glad you're
And
out
I'm
there.
tell you,
Glad
I'm
you're doing
doing
better.
good.
I'm glad you're helping other people, bro.
yeah, man, it was great too because I was like, I've been with many goals. You can trust me.
Fantastic, my guy. Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. Hope you have a good day.
All right, last but not least, Moss, did you figure it out? Moss. Please. I don't want to leave you hanging, but... If only you were mine. Ooh, okay. I mean, bro. Come on now. Come on now, get in here, Bowie. Homemade ravioli time. Oh, this girl looks... Oh, she's got a dog cam? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yes. I'm so Oh, she's making the ravioli on camera? Alright, first of all...
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
I'm trying. It took me ages to. I have a new microphone and it's shit, so I have to.
Okay, no problem. What can I do for you?
Okay. So I've just moved to uni. Not just. It's been a couple months. I'm down bad. I'm down bad. I kind of. I'm not the best at making friends. That's my primary goal. And I have flatmates. I've talked to them. But we can't seem to get beyond the stage of saying hi, asking how our day is, you know? And I want to get to this stage where, you know, if I have a bad day that I can kind of vent to them, not like overwhelm them, but and you know, I have some medical conditions, like I have diabetes, and I want to have a contact
To rely on.
just like
To rely
Pardon?
on. Someone to rely on. This. Yeah.
yeah, to rely on, yeah. And it's not. It's like with socializing. It's like everyone else has been born with, like, you know, in games you got the like the instructions of how to play the game. It's like I accidentally skipped through the tutorial and I have no idea what I'm doing.
In terms of making friends? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you pick up on social cues poorly?
Yes.
Is there any chance you're autistic?
Yes, I am diabetic.
Okay. All right. So that's just a hurdle we got to cross. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Noted. I just wanted to confirm that before we got into the game plan. But in terms of that situation, I think shared experience is fantastic. One, have you told them that you have a hard time picking up on social cues and all that?
Yeah, they know about the autism. It's just I get the sense that they don't really know what to do about it. You know, they don't want to make a wrong move.
Which is why you need to initiate, which is going to be tough. But I do suggest having a game night with your flatmates. Cards Against Humanity or something silly, you know? Like, have a shared experience. You all can show each other your personalities. And by doing that, you'll be able to get through it. And then there's instead of just sitting there asking how's your day, you have something to talk about. There's a game happening in front of you. So conversation will happen a lot easier.
That is yeah. I never thought of that. Yeah.
Nope.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you,
Bless
Father.
your heart.
Thank you.
That's a great idea. Damn straight it is. I love a good game night. All right, we ran a little over time. And I'm very sleepy. But I found this fantastic stream we got to raid. Because she's making pasta. And she's wearing a frog hat. And she looks fun as fuck. And she's got a camera on her dogs. Does that not entice anyone? I'm excited to watch it. Logan with the last second Prime sub. Thank you so much. All right, guys.